Don't touch that dial. Listen to... Yes, folks, it's another half hour of fun with Blondie and Dagwood, brought to you by the Colgate Palmolive Peat Company, makers of the new Super Suds with Pyree, the soap that makes all your clothes look newer, and Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth. There's been lots of activity around the Bumstead home this week. They've done their Christmas shopping and the Christmas rush. And after that, Blondie, Dagwood, Alexander, and Cookie went out to the country and cut their own Christmas tree.
All right, everybody, let's get the tree back to the car now.
Okay. And Alexander, Cookie, you get the other end.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to help, Pop?
Certainly I'm going to help. I'm going to open the car door. Come on.
The next day, Dagwood made a stand for the tree.
Oh, my poor little toe, my favorite one.
And they put it up in the living room and strung all their lights on it. And put a star on top. And now, it's Christmas Eve at the Bumstead home at 127 Shady Lane Avenue. And they're all seated around the dining room table.
Oh, how do you like the applesauce, Dagwood? I put a little more cinnamon in it. More spinach, dear? How about you, Alexander? Nobody said a word since we sat down to dinner. What's got into this family?
Fried chicken. Boy. Hey, how about another little helping, Blondie, dear, huh?
Let's see. Something little, eh?
Yeah.
Well, the east wing is gone. Someone had the west wing, too.
Yeah.
I had the neck. That's south. North. I mean, how would you like...
No, thank you.
Anyway, I don't know where you'd put it.
Yeah. All of my family were big eaters, Blondie. I had an uncle once who ate a 12-pound ham.
Holy smoke! He ate a 12-pound ham alone?
No, with mashed potatoes. That's good,
Oh, Dagwood, those jokes.
Yeah.
Not at the dinner table, please.
Mother, why are we eating early? Is it because it's Christmas Eve?
Why, Cookie, didn't we tell you? One of the clubs Uncle Julius belongs to is giving a party for some poor children. You see that big box over by the door? It's full of presents for them.
Yeah, and your mother and I are going to drop the presents off at the club for Mr. Dithers. He sure was tickled when he got a membership in the SLABCM and PPC club.
What in the world does all that stand for?
Well, that's the Shady Lane Avenue Boys Chowder Marching and Peepool Club.
Mr. Gibson across the street is going to that same party.
I guess Mr. Dithers wants to be in any group Mr. Gibson is in.
Yeah, he's hoping that someday Mr. Gibson will offer him a membership in the Manufacturers Club.
Anyway, children, afterwards, Aunt Cora and Uncle Julius are coming over here. And they're bringing a Christmas gift for each one of us.
Why is Uncle Julius giving us presents? Is he afraid Santa Claus will forget?
No, but Mr. Dithers is just trying to get into the act. I'm too full to get up. Come in.
Merry Christmas in advance, folks.
Merry Christmas, Woodley. Yeah, don't expect me to stop in the middle of my dinner.
You know, Blondie, the Dithers Construction Company is overlooking a great talent of Dagwood.
You know, that's what I think, too.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of a different talent. Give Dagwood a knife and fork, and in 2 weeks we'd have a transcontinental subway.
Well, I need a little food to build myself up, Woodley.
Yeah, have you gained any weight yet?
Sure. When I get on the scale now, the hand moves a little bit.
Yeah, the butcher must be wrapping your meat up in the funny page.
What?
Oh, now, come on, boys. You've been bickering and squabbling all year. It's time for you to make up, don't you think?
All right, I'll make up, but I'll be darned if I'll kiss him.
Dagwood, you're not a bad guy. Shake. Ouch!
Oh, I'm sorry, Herb. I forgot to take the fork out of my hand.
Yes. Well, I just came over to give the children something. Just a fox fur and some matched stones.
What? My goodness, Herb. Or am I getting too enthusiastic?
Yeah, just a little. Here, Cookie, here's the fox fur.
Oh, it's a cute little fur cap for my doll. Thanks, Mr. Woodley.
Oh, but nothing. And here are the stones, Alexander. Catch.
Oh, boy, marvelous. Thanks.
Yeah, 14 matched glasses. I just wanted to beat Santa Claus down the chimney.
Gee, Mr. Woodley, we sure appreciate this. And if you ever want us to do something for you, just let us know.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'll let you know next spring when I need someone to spade my garden. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas and stuff.
Merry Christmas! Happy too. Well, darling, do you want to clear the table for me while I finish trimming the tree?
No, but I'll do it just the same. I'll take the dishes in on that big tray that's on the sideboard, Blondie.
Okay.
Whoa, look out! There goes my marbles!
I'll help you pick 'em up, Alexander.
Thanks.
There we are.
Hey, Pop, don't come over this way with those dishes until we pick up all the marbles.
Oh, there we are. What was that you said, Alexander?
I said, don't come over here until...
Where did you hurt yourself anywhere? Did you hurt yourself
Yeah, right between the gravy boat and the pickle dish. Gee, what a mess. Look at it.
Oh, look, Dagwood, you broke open one of the Christmas presents Mr. Dithers brought over for the needy children.
Oh, that's one of those
dear.
presents, huh? Oh, it's one of the most beautiful. It's terrific. It's wonderful. If I knew what it was, I might say it was even mediocre.
Dagwood, you know, it looks like that antique hand-painted bird bath Mr. Dithers brought back from Europe.
Yeah, when he told me how much he paid for it, I gave him a birdie to go with it.
Well, I don't blame you. It isn't much of a present for a child, is it?
Blondie, do you suppose the other presents are like this one?
What? Oh, dear. Children, will you go in the kitchen and start the dishes for me?
Sure, Mom. Come on, Cookie.
I want to put in the super set.
Okay. Dagwood, I'm going to unwrap all these Christmas packages.
Oh, now, Blondie, you can't do that.
Yes, I can. Those poor youngsters are not going to get a lot of presents they can't have any fun with.
Yeah. Well, start unwrapping. Well, that's the last present, Blondie. Yeah, have you got the list?
Yes, dear. I'll read it.
Yeah.
One copy of Life Can Be Nifty at the age of 50.
Yeah.
One large bronze sundial.
Yeah, just what those kids need, yeah.
A mustache cup from the St. Louis World's Fair. The face on the barroom floor engraved on the head of a pin.
Yeah.
One hand-carved Chinese back scratcher.
Yeah, that's enough, Blondie.
Why, there isn't a thing in there that's really a worthwhile present for children. What are we going to do?
Well, I could phone Mr. Dithers and tell him that we opened these Christmas presents, but then I'd be unemployed by New Year's.
I know, darling. We'll have to figure out some way for those children to get the right presents.
Yeah.
Without hurting Mr. Dithers' feelings. I'm sure he meant well.
Yeah, but how can we do that, dear?
Oh, I don't know. Now, wait a minute. Wait. Say,
What?
we'll take these presents out of the box and put better ones in it.
Yeah, what?
And then we'll tell Mr. Dithers they were presents we'd intended to give Alexander and Cookie.
But that we brought the wrong box of gifts?
That's it, yeah.
Hey, Blondie, that's a wonderful idea,
Yes,
dear.
no. But where will we get all the presents?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute, dear. Now, wait a minute. Somebody must have some extra gifts. I'm going to start scouting.
Good.
Is this little wooden soldier all that you've got, Herb?
It's the only kid's toy in the house, Daggy boy.
Yeah, well, I'll take it. How much do you want?
Oh, it's Christmas Eve, so make me an offer. I won't haggle over it.
You won't haggle over it, huh? 30 cents.
Let's haggle a little.
Yeah. Okay, 35 cents.
I knew I could force the price up. Sold. What's your next stop?
I'm going over to Mrs. Buff Orpington's house.
Oh, go right into the library, Mr. Bumstead. Mrs. Buff Orpington will be but delighted to see you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Rogers. Thank you. Oh, hi, Mrs. Buff Orpington.
Oh, Mr. Bumstead, hello there, dear boy.
Well, how are you?
Oh, I wish I knew. I think I'm fine, but my psychiatrist thinks I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Yes, he says says I'm gloomy, and I say I'm happy.
Well, which one of you is right?
Well, I don't know. At my next appointment, we're going to cut cards for it and see.
I suppose that you finished all your Christmas shopping for all your relatives,
Yes, yes. And I've got them all where I want them.
Where's that?
On a slow boat to China. But tell me, dear boy, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Oh, you look very good to me. So strong, so handsome, so convenient.
Thanks, Miss Buff Orpington, but I'm in sort of a jam.
Oh?
I need a lot of little gifts for some children right away. Have you got any around here? It's a very good cause.
Now, wait a minute. Wait. Let me think. Oh, I could give one of the little tykes a gold cigarette holder.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, let's see what else I have that's new. Would one of them be interested in a cut glass cocktail shaker?
No. These are children, Miss Buff Orpington.
Well, don't snap at me, dear boy. Children come in all different ages. I was thinking of a child of possibly 38 or 40. Yes, Roger?
Oh, pardon me, madam, but Mr. Bumstead's wife just called on the telephone. She wants him to come home immediately.
Thanks, Rogers. Well, I'm afraid you haven't got the right kind of presents, Miss Buff Orpington.
Well, I'm awfully sorry, dear lad. You know, my late husband, Mr. Buff Orpington, the man who invented the chicken, you know, he always used to say, it isn't whether a present is expensive or not that counts. It's the thought behind it. But if you aren't sure what that thought is, insist on solid gold. You wonderful man. Merry Christmas, dear boy.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Miss
Well,
Buff
I
Orpington.
must be saying goodbye, so I'll say it. Goodbye.
Oh, hey, but what is it, Blondie? Is something wrong?
No, not at all. Look, another box of presents.
Where did it come from?
Cora dropped it off.
Huh?
It's our presents from Mr. Dithers, and she wanted to take the other box with her in her car so you wouldn't have to make a trip to the club tonight, but I told her it was too heavy.
Blondie, it's too heavy for me, but not for her. Why did you do that?
Oh, Dagwood, don't you catch on? Notice how much alike the two boxes are?
Oh, yeah. Say, I guess Mr. Dithers couldn't get mad at me if I accidentally picked up the wrong box of presents, huh?
I don't see how. But Dagwood,
But
what about Cookie and Alexander? Some of the presents are theirs. We have no right to take them.
Blondie, I think this is something we should let them decide for themselves.
I think you're right, dear. Oh, Alexander, Cookie, come here a moment. Your father and I have something important to ask you before we go to the club. Hurry up now, Cookie, Alexander. Hurry up. Come on.
Don't drive so fast, Cora. I'm afraid we'll pass the club.
All right, Mother.
Very funny. You know, I was very lucky to get into the SLA, BCM, and PPC.
You left out X, Y, and Z.
There's only one other organization in the whole state I'd rather belong to. That's the Manufacturers Club. The one Clarence Gibson is president of.
Oh, Gibson. That's all I hear. Why didn't you marry Clara Gibson instead of me, Clarence Gibson?
Because you didn't ask me. And you did. Hey, that's the club right up ahead, Cora. Oh, not a bad-looking place. You let me open the door for you.
My first Christmas present. Thank you, Julius.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. Dithers, Mrs. Dithers. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, folks.
Merry Christmas, Blondie, dear.
Yeah, you come right in this room, Mr. Dithers.
Wonderful. I didn't know this was a beautiful place.
You see, this office belongs to the chairman of the Children's Christmas Committee, Clarence Gibson.
Oh, Clarence Gibson.
Yeah.
What? Is he running things here tonight?
Well, what do you know? Julius is going to meet his dream man again.
Dagwood.
Huh?
You probably forgot to bring that box of presents, didn't you?
What?
Oh, no, he didn't, Mr. Dithers. The box is right there beside Mr. Gibson's desk.
Oh, well, we brought the presents. Let's run along now.
Well, hello, folks. Glad to see you again, Dagwood, old man, and Mrs. Bumstead.
Yes.
Good evening, Mrs. Dithers. Well, how charming you look. Hello, Dithers.
Hello, sir. I mean, Mr. Gibson.
Well, the children have just finished their Christmas dinner. Now we'll have the really heartwarming part of the evening's entertainment.
Oh, what's that, Mr. Gibson?
Well, I'd forgotten that none of you have ever been here for a Christmas party before, so I'll explain. You see, each member plays Santa Claus and hands out the presents he brought. Oh, you should see their little faces light up.
Why, Julius, your little face is positively green. Are you sick?
Yeah, I have an allergy. You know I'm allergic to myself. Oh, just go away and leave me alone for a little while. I'll be all right.
I'm sure you will.
Perhaps you'd better leave me alone with him.
Well, very well, Mrs. Dithers.
We'll be right outside the door, Mr. Dithers, in case you need us.
Yes, Mr. Dithers. We won't budge a step away until you're well again.
Oh.
Now, Julius, I'll get a cold cloth for your... What on earth? Julius, what's the matter with you? What are you doing with your leg over the windowsill?
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
But are you out of your mind? It's a good 10-foot drop to the street. You'll never make it in one piece.
That's all right, Cora. I just don't care anymore. Goodbye.
Julius, you know a great light is beginning to dawn. Julius, what kind of presents did you buy for those children out there?
Well, you see, Cora. Oh, what difference does it make now? Here I go, Cora. Now, don't try to hold me back.
Hold you back? I'm going to push you.
Well, we'll return to the Bumsteads at the Christmas celebration in just a moment. Colgate Dental Cream cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. No other toothpaste cleans teeth better than Colgate Dental Cream. Colgate's safe polishing agent cleans teeth gently and thoroughly, brings out natural sparkle and beauty. And scientific tests prove that Colgate Dental Cream cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. Yes, scientific tests prove conclusively that in 7 out of 10 cases, Colgate instantly stops unpleasing breath that originates in the mouth. Colgate Dental Cream is famous for flavor, too. Nationwide tests of leading toothpastes prove that Colgate's is preferred for flavor over every other brand tested. And no wonder, for Colgate Dental Cream is the result of constant effort to produce the finest toothpaste in the world today. For cleaning teeth, for flavor, for sweetening breath. See if you don't agree with the millions who have made Colgate Dental Cream America's favorite toothpaste. Always use Colgate Dental Cream after you eat and before every date to clean your breath while you clean your teeth. Extra, extra big, extra value, extra economy. Now you can buy Colgate Dental Cream in the new big economy size. Saves you money over any other leading toothpaste. Get the new economy size Colgate Dental Cream at your dealers. Only 59 cents.
Oh, Mr. Gibson, you certainly arranged a wonderful Christmas party for the children. You know, we're proud to have a neighbor like you.
Well, that's awfully nice of you to say that, Mrs. Bumstead.
What do you suppose happened to Mr. Dithers? It's rather odd he disappeared so suddenly.
Yes, it certainly is. Especially it was just time for him to distribute his gifts. I'm sorry he couldn't have given out his own presents.
Oh, I didn't mind doing it for him. It was fun. Now I guess we'd better get home to our little kids, huh, Blondie?
Yes, they'll be up early tomorrow morning. Mr. Gibson, I'm sorry to bother you, but our coats are in your office.
Oh, so they are. Come right in. I'll just turn on the light here.
All right. Oh, my goodness, look. Mr. Dithers must have forgotten his coat, too.
Wait a minute. He must have forgotten himself, too.
What?
There's Mr. Dithers hiding behind that desk.
What?
Yeah, part of him is sticking out. Look at it.
Oh, Dithers! What on earth are you doing there?
I thought you were some of the kids, and I was going to play hide and seek.
Oh, Mr. Dithers, that's childish.
Yeah, now, Blondie, that's perfectly natural.
Thank you, Bumstead.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect a man to do in his second childhood?
Bumstead!
Dithers, I have something to say to you. Do you know what you are?
Yes, but please don't say it in front of Mrs. Bumstead.
I will say it. You're a big-hearted, generous, swell guy. Never before have the youngsters received such gifts. Mr. Dithers, I owe you an abject apology.
You do?
Yes. I thought you were a penny-pinching, low-down, cheap, tight-fisted... Oh, well, never mind that now. I'm proud to know you, Mr. Dithers.
They like my presents?
They love them. Why, that solid silver dressing table set, I'd have liked having that myself.
What?
Yeah, and I'd given my eye teeth for that automatic self-winding waterproof anti-magnetic wristwatch. It had 3-second hands, a calendar, stopwatch, and an alarm clock that wakes you up by playing the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong box, after all.
Oh, and those toys for the smaller children were simply marvelous.
Yes, they were. Any child would have been glad to get them.
Oh, my. Just look at that. Mrs. Bumstead has tears in her eyes. That's how your generosity's affected her, Mr. Dithers.
Gee, I didn't realize what a swell guy I really am.
Don't overdo it, Mr. Dithers.
Oh, where's Cora? Does she know all about big-hearted me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. Cora said she had to finish wrapping some presents. She'll meet us at our house. Our car's over there.
Yes, well, good night, Dithers, and Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Merry Christmas.
You know, sometimes I just don't appreciate myself as much as I ought to. Not when you consider that I'm a very respected member of the community and that you two seem awfully quiet. Anything wrong?
No. Sail on, Mr. Dithers.
It isn't every day Dagwood and I can listen to a typhoon.
You mean tycoon, Blondie. A typhoon is a big wind. Who said that?
All right, children, let's try it again.
Okay, Aunt Cora.
Silent
night, holy night.
Oh, children, here come your wandering parents. Oh, Blondie, I sent Herb Woodley home.
Oh, thanks, Cora, dear.
Aunt Cora told us a Christmas story about how it's more blessed to give than to receive.
And we had some cold turkey and chicken and some...
Come here, you two.
Is something wrong?
Everything is wonderful. I just want to hug you, both of you. There.
Oh, Mom, don't kiss me in front of company. I'm practically a man.
You know, that cold chicken sounds pretty good to me. How about you, Mr. Dithers?
I never touch this stuff. Unless you got a little white meat left.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, Cora, my husband has his face in the refrigerator so much of the time I keep forgetting what he looks like from the front.
Well, I'm not so lucky.
Oh, dear, there's the door. Excuse me, Cora.
I'll keep an eye on the children, all 4 of them.
Why, good evening, Herb. Come on in.
Oh, no thanks, Blondie. Dagwood was asking for some toys earlier this evening, and I didn't have any, and...
Now, Herb Woodley, what in the world are you trying to say?
Well, I'm trying to say I think Daggy Boy's a swell fella, even if I do kid him a lot, and... Well, here, take these presents so I can shut up and go home.
Oh, Herb! All of these? Oh, dear, I'm afraid the crisis is over. We don't really need them now.
Oh, well, give them to Alexander and Cookie.
What? Why, well, thank you, Herb. Bend over here a second.
Oh, thank you.
Well, my goodness, now that certainly was nice of Herb Woodley. Oh, goodness, now what? Oh, why, it's Orson, Mrs. Buff Orpington's chauffeur.
Oh, Mrs. Bumstead, hello there, dear lady. A few hours ago, when Mr. Bumstead was looking for presents for the children, well, Mrs. Buff Orpington completely forgot about a gin rummy game she'd been in with the owner of Schwinn's sporting goods store. And if I may say it, she out-swindled him. So here, for your children, are 2 of Mr. Schwinn's bicycles.
Oh, how wonderful. Gee, did Mrs. Buff Orpington win the Schwinn bicycles?
No, she won the store. And she asked me to wish you all a very, very Merry Kris Kringle. Well, I must be saying goodbye, so I'll say it. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas to you, too, Orson.
Oh, boy, wow! Look, Cookie!
Oh, brother.
Oh, sister! Hey, what's the matter, Mom?
Oh, everybody's so good to us, I can't hardly stand it.
Well, get your galoshes galoshes, kiddies. It's going to be a wet Christmas.
Oh, my goodness, Cookie, you're practically asleep on your feet.
Now, you sit here, children, and your mother and I will look for Santa Claus.
The man is right in here, Cora.
Now, look, J.C., about a sandwich. Well, this is a way to do it. You take a little white meat, dark meat, a little tuna fish, and a few pickles, a little fried egg, coleslaw, a little salami and ham, maybe, yeah? Little onion, tomatoes, and chocolate sauce. Oh, boy.
How in the world are you going to keep that monstrosity together?
Oh, that's very simple, Mrs. Dithers. You see, it can't come apart because I crochet the layers together with spaghetti, see? And then I cement up the sides with peanut butter.
It's easy to see that Bumstead's a construction genius.
Yeah.
Dagwood, darling, Cookie's getting awfully sleepy, and I think it's time Mr. Dithers gave the children their presents.
And yours and Dagwood's. Julius was very generous this year.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, no.
Hey, what's the matter, Mr. Dithers? Something wrong?
Oh, what a dope I've been. I mean, you've been. Oh.
I think Laughing Boy's allergy just came back.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'll go and pull some comfortable chairs up close to the tree.
Yeah, I'll help you, Blondie.
All right.
Well, Julius?
Cora, I'm a fool. I was so flattered this evening because Mr. Gibson thought I was swell and generous that I forgot that if Dagwood brought the wrong box to the club, then that box in there is... I can't face them.
Oh, I wondered when that would dawn on you, Julius. I knew what Dagwood had done the moment I saw him give away that wristwatch at the club.
Then you do understand. I'll leave quietly by the back door.
You'll do nothing of the kind. You'll go in there and give the Bumsteads those presents if it's your last living act. Now march.
Uncle Julius, all my life I wanted an electric train, and now you gave me one.
You know something, Alexander? All my life I've wanted an electric train, too. But I never had one.
Well, gee, that's too bad. Cookie likes all of her presents, too, Uncle Julius.
Well, that's fine. I'm certainly confused. Glad. Oh, Cora, could I see you alone for a moment? There's something I want to ask you.
Oh, Mr. Dithers, I can't thank you enough for this diamond wristwatch. It's the loveliest watch I've ever seen.
Well, the presents you and Dagwood gave us were pretty swell, too.
Oh, but nothing like ours. Gee, imagine me having an alligator wallet trimmed in gold with $100 bill in it. Oh, boy. Look at that.
Dagwood, I'd like to speak to you out in the hall, dear.
Mommy,
Yes?
why did you and Daddy tell us to pretend that we liked our
Up to bed with you, young lady. Now, come on.
Alexander, you can stay up for just a few minutes more, dear.
Yeah, we'll bring Cookie back to say goodnight. Now, come on, sweetheart. I'll take your piggyback. Come on. Blondie, yeah, but what happened? The presents we got weren't the presents we wrapped up again and put back in that box. Where did all those things come from?
I don't know, dear, but I'm pretty sure Cora does.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd hate to start believing in brownies at my age.
Cora, close that hall door so I can talk to you privately.
Your eyes have been popping out of your head ever since Dagwood and Blondie started unwrapping their presents.
Well, can you blame me? Where did those things all come from? I mean, where did you get them on such short notice?
Well, I've been keeping something from you, Julius. I'm really Santa Claus.
Please, Cora, be serious.
All right, I will. A, you don't really think the Bumsteads brought that box to the club today by mistake, do you?
You mean they did it accidentally on purpose?
Of course. They couldn't stand for those poor children not to have a wonderful Christmas. And B, they wouldn't have given the Bumlets presents away without consulting them first. And C, if those little children can give up their best presents without a whimper, so can you and I.
Cora, you should have pushed me out of that window.
Cora, Dithers, Dagwood and I can't stand this suspense another minute. That was your diamond wristwatch I got, wasn't it?
Yeah, and my wallet with the $100, wasn't that meant for Mr. Dithers?
Wallet, schmallet, who cares? I'll buy Cora an emerald watch.
You heard him, kids. I've got witnesses.
Oh, Cora, you're wonderful.
You bumsteads are pretty wonderful yourselves, you know.
Oh.
Giving up your presents like that, I can't get over it.
The toys I had left over. I can't seem to go into a toy department without going hog wild. All except the electric train, of course.
Yeah, so who was the train meant for, Mrs. Dithers?
Whom do you think?
Yeah, who were you intending to? Oh, no, Cora. You don't mean that train was supposed to be my... Oh, Cora.
Uncle Julius, my caboose is loose. Can you show me how to run?
Can he? Alexander, you're talking to the ex-president of that line.
Don't go away, folks. The Bumsteads will be back in just a moment. What's new? What's new? What's new today? Oh, lady, listen while I say it's new Super Suds with Pyree. Makes all your clothes look newer today. Get white clothes whiter and colors brighter with new Super Suds. And Mr. Potter, may I tell him now? Well, sure. Ladies, here's a new Super Suds booster who wants to tell you how new Super Suds makes all her clothes look newer. Then a babe steps up and she says, I sure do. I have twins. And the way those little boys used to romp through their clothes cost so much it broke my heart. Now, just look at their little suits in this color photo. New Super Suds with Pyree made the colors in those year-old suits blossom out so fresh and clear, the twins can wear them for Sunday best. And your white clothes? Oh, whiter than new. New Super Suds with Pyree beat sunshine to get washed white, even when dried in the basement. Even my oldest towels washed whiter than new with new Super Suds. So try it yourselves, ladies. Get new Super Suds with Pyree in the same big blue box at your dealers today.
Dagwood, this is one of the nicest evenings I've ever spent. But there were moments when I didn't know for sure whether it was Christmas or April Fool's Day.
Yeah, me too, Blondie. I still don't know who has their presents, but I'm satisfied.
Those kids at the club, were they really happy?
Oh, they were thrilled to death, weren't they, Cora?
They certainly were.
Yeah.
Mom, Pop, can Cookie and I say goodnight now?
Of course, dear. I think they've been rehearsing this upstairs.
We want to say goodnight, everybody.
We want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas.
I was supposed to say that.
Well, then say it anyway, Cookie. You were too tired.
I wish Mommy, Daddy, Aunt Cora, Uncle Julius, and Daisy, and all our friends everywhere the nicest holiday they ever had.
And that goes for all of us. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Tonight, show him how much lovelier your hair can look after a Luster Cream shampoo. Only Luster Cream brings you Kay Dumet's magic blend. Glamorizes your hair as you wash it. Yes, tonight you can be a dream. Hey, fellas! Oh, that's wonderful. We have a guy who really sings this on the show on Wednesday night, believe it or not. Remember, friends, every Wednesday over these same NBC stations, another half hour of fun with all the Bumsteads brought to you by Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you... What? And the new Super Suds with Pyree, the soap that makes all your clothes look newer. What's that? Oh. Tell all your friends to tune in next Wednesday at the same time for Blondie, written by John L. I forget his name, starring Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake with Hanley Stafford. And next Saturday evening, hear Colgate's Hour of Fun. Hilarious Judy Canova, followed immediately by A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. 2 laugh-packed half hours. Next Saturday evening over NBC. Every day in the year, and it's worse around the holidays, 2 or 3 times worse, because we forget to be careful. Folks, please be careful. Guard against speeding, careless driving, careless walking, darkness, drinking. To keep tragedy from your home, keep alert. Don't let death take your holiday. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.